Welcome back to Excalibur's Minecraft. This is Excalibur, and I'm back on the server. Hooray, hooray! I've been gathering quite a bit of sand, as you can see, because... Ooh, what's that? Home base? That's a mini-map. Hey, yeah! I decided to install Forge and get some mini-map action going, and get my armor status HUD up. If I hit E, you'll see it right up here. It shows how much I have left of my helmet, my chestplate, my leggings, and my booties. Hooray! As you can see, I'm going to go back a bit so we can see what's going on. There we go. Look at that. I now have 4 towers up and going. I started working on walls and floors. And the new mini-map is awesome sauce. It lets me see enemies that are nearby, and players, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm really digging it. Today we're going to harvest all of these crops because they've grown very nicely, and then we can get to work on stables because, as you can see, I have a horse. I had a nice Palomino. He was a nice horse, nice looking everything. Hello. Yeah, thank you. But he drowned. Poor guy. So I went back and I found another one, and I saw these white horses. I grabbed one. And I'm thinking about naming him Shadowfax, after Gandalf's gray horse from The Lord of the Rings. Wonderful, huh? But I might just name him Whitey, because I am boring. I'm pretty boring. You may have also noticed that the texture pack has changed, because I figured out how to set up DokuCraft in 1.6.1. There's actually a light version out there, and I just took the light and modified the textures. Some of the names have changed. There we go. Some of the names of the textures have changed from the original texture pack stuff. Why is it empty? So I went ahead and made sure... Enderman, maybe. I went ahead and made sure that I got my texture pack updated, because it's kind of hard to distinguish things sometimes when you use a texture pack for so long, and then you go back to vanilla and you're like, which of these crops are done now? I don't know. I'm going to have to fix the potato crops, because when they're full grown you can't see any of the potato tops. That's irritating. Carrots are fine. You can see when they're finished they've got the little orange dots, but the potatoes don't have it. Looks like we've got some server lag going. So instead of being prancing around the whole thing, I'm just going to go through and get all the carrots. There we go. Alright, some of the issues I'm having here, I am running into problems with safety, because you can see it's getting dark, and I would like to be able to do, as always it does this here. There we go. You don't know when mobs are going to show up, so what do? You have to well, you know when mobs are showing up, but you can't see them coming from a distance. And while I love Extreme Hills, I really do, I really am tired of not being able to see things pop up when I need to get rid of them. They'll pop up out of nowhere, because the hill hides them, and then you look up and, ooh, hooray! Let's have fun! Yes, that was not finished. I want everything to start off at approximately the same time. Yeah. Also, I'm going to be fixing the farm up here a bit, because I started it here next to the water. Ooh, getting dark here quick. I'm going to go ahead and head on up the stairs and sleep the night away. I think I'm the only one on the server. Yep, I don't think anybody else is here, so... Oof, we got some massive lag here. I may have to go ahead and... There we go. I may have to go ahead and make sure that the server's reset at some point. Oh, looky there, we got a burning skeleton. He'll die before he even has a chance to attack me. But I need to work on the farm, and I need to get a stable set up to hold my horse. Because I don't want him sitting up there in the fences. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let these explode all at once, because the lag is horrendous. Look at that. Good of you to catch up to me there. It's also really hard to deal with the water, so I need to find a nice swamp biome and get some lily pads. And the best way to find a swamp biome is to find an ocean. So we're going to go on some adventures soon. This also irritates me, because things can just walk down and hop on me from the stairs. So I'm thinking about making this a drop-off all the way around. Let's head on up here. Which one of these is the food chest now? That's not one. There we go. Go ahead and throw this stuff up here. I'm going to cook these potatoes. There we go. There's nothing else I need to put in there. Okay. Come over here and grab 8 coal. That'll work. 8 coal, 64 potatoes. Alright, now you can see that I've done a little bit of work. I need to work on structural support for this puppy up here. And I need to get more sandstone. Let's go on up here to the tower. Go all the way up to the top. There we are. You can see I've got the 4 towers all set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a floor here, and then I'm going to raise it up another 4 or 5, and a ladder to bring it up. But I've got walkways going each tower, one at a lower grade, one at a higher grade. And it's just 1 block difference. So we'll come over here and we'll look at this. You can see this is what it's looking like. And then let's go ahead and sprint. Where we see this here, we're going to go straight across so that we've got a width of 2 here. We'll have a width of 2 here, as you can see, and a width of 2 across here and here. And then in this section here, we're going to build up and build a central keep. And that's where we're going to have our enchanting room, because as you can see, we've got more than enough room to put enchanting table here, space bookcase, space bookcase, space bookcase, and I'll probably have some, probably a ladder or something coming up with bookcases all around. We'll see. That's the plan. I also plan on putting in, let's see here, basement, because we are pretty high up, and I could just dig straight down pretty much. And that might be the plan, is to dig straight down to bedrock and do what we can there. Alright, so why don't we take a look? I don't have a shovel on me. Let's go get some shovels. We're going to start digging some dirt. So you can get at least an idea of what I'm planning on doing. Down here. I'm going to have to make one, aren't I? Which means I'm going to need trees. Yeah. I have no sticks in inventory. Looks like I'll be making birch. There we go. Let's come over here and make us some handy dandy shovels. I have 4 of them. We're going to use that dirt to as great of an advantage as we can. Alright, so the plan. We're going to just open this gate and walk along here. Now what I would like to do is leave this at 1 wide all the way around, just for a lip in case there's something I have to do. Maybe 2 wide. Yeah, 2 wide, so I can bring the tower straight down. Yeah, let's go ahead and fill in that dirt here. Yep. There we go, and it's 2 wide all the way around, definitely. And I can actually start back here. So this is actually going to go straight down. And we're going to start with the front here where the steps are. And this has to come up too. Now if we look at this, 1, 2 out, we're going to dig here, here, here. We're going to leave this, but we're going to make it the same thing as our stairs. So let's see here, our stairs, we want to have it, that's fine. 1, get rid of that. 1, get rid of that there. So whatever level the stair is, we're just going to have that stair down too. And we're going to change it from dirt into cobble or maybe stone brick. Probably stone brick. So we're going to be getting some cobblestone and a lot of dirt out of this. And I'm probably going about this all wrong, but who cares? It's not big. Build it however I want, right? So we're going to start here. Let's go ahead and start clearing this out. So it's at least 3 or 4 down. Wow. This is a lot of lag, even for a vanilla server. Great, gravel. We're going to replace gravel with dirt anywhere we see it. And we're probably going to hit a cave system or something down here. And that'll be fine. We'll just wall it up as we go down. Because this is going to be as close to... Ooh, that is getting irritating. I want to make this a really nice looking fortress from the outside. A nice big square hill. Yeah, squareness. That's how Minecraft is. Alright, so we'll leave that there. And we'll use this. Isn't this exciting? Digging away at dirt. I need to get my inventory tweaks upgraded and release new versions. Because I tell you what, I really miss some of the functionality it gives you. One of it is it will automatically replace items in your hotbar when they're used up or you run out. Now take a look at the armor status HUD up in the upper left of the screen. You'll see my pick is going down with each operation. Come on, pick it up. I know there's a lot of lag. That's the least you can do. I'll just keep going. I'll catch up, hopefully. Or I'll be transported back in time to a place where this didn't even happen. Wow, wow, wow. This lag is crazy stupid. I shouldn't have this much lag going on. Welcome to the wonderful cubed host. Let's get up and look at the sun, see where it is. Where's the sun? There we go. Whoa. What in the heck happened there? That's a lot of lag. Well, it might be the 1.6 server, for all I know. They've not had a lot of... Mojang really doesn't know how to update their stuff without introducing a crap ton of new bugs. I don't know what's up with that. But we'll go ahead. We'll do our nap. And we'll get back out here and continue digging. Alright. We're back to the block lag, and this is just a normal stone shovel. I don't get this. Now I've got a really fast internet connection. The only thing I can think of, it's my server that's causing issues. I might just go ahead and abandon server Let's Plays because all I get is this junk here. Lag, 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 lag. And I'm sure you guys don't want me to complain about it either. Well, anyway, back to the game. I just installed some new client tweaks. One of them, as you can see, is the voxel map. Now, voxel map comes in Feed the Beast Ultimate, as opposed to Ray's Minimap, which happens in the Direwolf 20 pack. Now, I am really enjoying the voxel map because it shows the heads of your enemies. As you can see, there's some black splotches here and there. I'm not sure exactly what they are, so let's zoom in. Let's hit this. The size map doesn't help, but you can see it shows the chunk layer, and I built right on the border some chunks again. Oh, there we go. That's beautiful. See all the surrounding area, and it helps you actually find close by. Ooh, boy. Look at all those enemies. They're probably in tunnels. Helps you find things you miss because you're not close enough to them, such as villages and junk like that. And jungle temples, which one of the things I'm really looking forward to getting a hold of is another jungle temple, because you get, like I said, I will probably move my entire base to a jungle temple if I find one. The only way I can find one is to go on an adventure, but right now I want to make this base as functional as I can. Now I've got a couple of players on here. You'll see them. Draco Goliath. Draco is a friend of mine. Here in the place I live, Richmond. And then there's Easy Living. You may hear me call him Easy or Living or whatever. He's known as Ordinary Swine. Easy Living Games on YouTube. He's actually doing a Let's Play as well here on the server. And he ran into some really weird lag the other day too. We're going to be going through these shovels pretty quick. So I need to get another tree farm going. Go. Now, since I'm going ahead and making this dirt all the way down, I'll remove this smooth stone and gravel and put dirt in its place. We can use cobblestone for experience and for building purposes. And of course we can use gravel here for path work. Other things you want to do. But mainly for paths, and if you put down gravel and dig it up again, you can still get a chance of getting flint. And the only problem is it's going to wear on your tools rather quickly. There we go. Alright. Here's a good start. We're going to go through and go down one more layer, and then I'm going to go and put a tree farm right over there on that area there, and we're going to get rid of that. Now let's go do that now. Yeah, we got the time. So we'll go. Holy crap, that's a lot of mobs we're seeing. We'll head in this way. We'll get it prepared. And we go up and get the saplings. Now there were a couple of pigs here. I think one of the other players killed them for food, or they fell down in the ravine over there. I do see a sheep. So we're going to have to find another source of pigs. And let's make this a little bit harder for mobs to get up. There we go. Make it somewhat square. So we'll go out to here. Yeah. This should do. Yep. So let's go ahead and head on down. We can go this way. Let's go get some of those oak saplings so we can get some oak trees built, grown. There we go. We're going to plant as many as we can here. Just grab this stack, and we need to get some cocoa beans going to make some cookies. Resources versus functionality. Cookies are one of the better food sources, actually. The only problem is the hunger saturation is kind of crummy, but you can make so many of them with the resources that you have, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's not put them so close to that edge. This, by the way, is a pretty good way to get yourself a starter home. If you get a bunch of saplings, you can just plant the saplings in a circle, or whatever shape you want, leaving the insides hollow. Wow. Let's go up here and plant this one on the very top for aesthetic reasons. Right there. There we go. The saplings will come in time, but this way we get a huge amount of wood that we can just chop, 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 chop. You can even chop through the night without risk of getting killed by mobs. There we go. So there, that's going to be our new tree farm for now. And we'll go and get this all done. Yeah, we're still good. one way you can tell how bad your lag is if you go to eat food and you sit there and chew 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 for infinity. It's a sure sign that you are really lagged. On one of the old incarnations of my server, I actually started digging by hand, since I didn't have Feed the Beast, a mine that was 64 by 64, all the way down to bedrock. Let me tell you what, that was a pain in the butt. Huge pain in the butt. But did a pretty good job of it. Got down to around level 30, 29, 30, somewhere around in there, before I wiped the world and put in Feed the Beast. What was I doing that for? Well, the plan was to turn it into a storage facility. A huge storage facility. Alright, get these stones, fill that in with dirt, then go up and sleep. A huge storage facility, a lot like Warehouse 13, if anybody's familiar with that. Oops, there we go. Good thing I have this all like lit up here, otherwise I could have had some pretty bad issues going on. Warehouse 13, for those who don't know, you may not know it, being from overseas, or you just don't watch sci-fi or whatever. And it's a huge facility that has a bunch of artifacts in it that are tied to certain events. Could be risking somebody's life to save another, or a bad event like, say, a ship sinking and being the only one to survive. That kind of deal. It's a pretty interesting show. I really liked it. It's also got some good actors in there. If anybody remembers the Dresden Files, the one who played the vampire woman in that plays in Warehouse 13 as a really smart ex-CIA or ex-FBI person. Ooh, boy. And there's her name is Micah. I don't remember her last name. Then there's Pete, who's like the dumb jock, but has a gift that he gets a good vibe or a bad vibe when something's going to happen. Then there's Claudia Donovan, played by Allison Scagliotti, who's she plays a computer hacker, an all-around nerd. That rather pretty one as well, which hopefully gets more girls or women into the fields of video games and role-playing and board games and the tech industry. That would be beyond awesome, I tell you what. But unfortunately, I haven't watched the last season of it. I would really love to see it again, but I just don't have the time with a lot of things that are going on. One of them is my 2-year-old son, who is awesome as awesome can be. You'll hear me crow about him from time to time. Yep, I will crow about my son, because he is a cool little dude. And I really look forward to watching him grow up. By the way, if Corrales ever watches this, congrats on your baby. Sounds like you're having a wonderful time being a new parent. I've been there. done that. Got the t-shirt. Got the vomit on the t-shirt. I think I even got the vomit in the mouth. So yeah, being a daddy is a great, luxurious, wonderful job. And trust me, the crying every night and not going to sleep, that won't stop. At least until they're old enough to realize that they can do a lot of things themselves. My son hasn't yet figured that out, but he's getting there. And roll beads, mommy and daddy, when that happens. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, that'll all go away. Just have to fill in this hole here. Can I get up there without dying? Yeah, we can do this. I'm going to be getting rid of it anyway. Yeah. Lag damage. Normally when I play Minecraft, by the way, I dig a hole and make my base out of that hole. This is an attempt to do almost everything above ground. That's the goal for this one. Oh boy, look at all that stone. I'm going to have lots of cobblestone, let me tell you what. Oh, we'll find some resources as we go down. I'm going to put this down to the level of the farms. So we've got a bit of ways to go. A lot of this will be done off camera, so you don't have to watch me do this. Oh, I've seen a lot of people have been enjoying a game called Cube World. Yeah, I believe it was inspired by Minecraft, which is cool. I don't see much similarity. It's like a Japanese RPG style 3D QB world, which makes world generation much easier, believe it or not. You don't have to worry about a lot of splines or anything. You can just put cubes in the shapes that you need. Of course, I'm speaking from somebody who has never really programmed a full video game that does 3D rendering, but it's just my guess that that would be a lot easier to do than having to do 3D models for everything and trying to put in hitboxes for everything. Square hitboxes make things a lot easier to deal with when you're talking about collision and stuff like that. Wow. There we go. So, I've been thinking about getting the game, but $20 for an alpha might be cheap, especially if the game gets popular and they up the price later on. It already looks like it's got a pretty good thing going. A pretty good following and server capability and all that. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. With any luck, we'll get a bit more of this taken care of. And I have no more shovels. So let's go up and build some more shovels. Drop off some of these resources. Yeah, there you go. Check on the tree farm. And we'll see where we go from there. Ooh, some trees are actually starting to grow. I expect we'll have a pretty nice cube thing set up there. Alright, so we come over here. What is our situation? Let's drop stuff off in the chest. Put this cobble right up here because we're not going to use it anytime soon. Yes, I have a name tag. Draco gave me said name tag and the saddle that is currently on my horse. Thank you, Draco. I really appreciate that. There we go. Put the gravel there. Yep. Put that over there. And we'll take this because we need to build shovels. I'm not going to be doing any of that quite yet. And I'll keep this dirt on me. We'll put this up in there. We're not using that. And I'll put these slabs up there. We're not using that. Yeah, we'll do this. There we go. We're not taking the bed with us. Let's just go ahead and make 1, 2, 3, 4 shovels. We're going to need them. And make another stone pickaxe. We'll just go through this pick before we kill our iron one. Some of the new enhancements they've done to the UI have been nice, like the double clicking an item and bring it down in your inventory, that kind of junk. That's pretty good thinking on their parts. Makes a lot of this stuff pretty easy to work with. Now, pro tip. I may have said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Don't stand on gravel and dig below you, because sometimes world jam can cause gravel and sand to form in mid-air. It's not always nice when that happens, because you can cause cave-ins. And you will be a part of that cave-in if you're not careful. Now, since Draco's on, there's not really much chance for us to sleep. That sounded bad. There we go. See if he wants to. It's a German for your happiness. Danke means thank you. I probably misspelled it, but I don't care. I'm not German. Well, I am actually part German. Yep. As part of my ancestry is German, so I guess I should care slightly. And for you German viewers, if I have any, I'm not dissing Deutsch. I just don't speak it fluently. And if I misspell it, my apologies. You can correct me in the comments if I had comments enabled. I got a bunch of spam from some idiots and decided that comments were not something I wanted to have on my videos anymore, especially if people couldn't maintain any sense of decorum or, how shall we say, maturity. I know it's the internet and all, and trolling is perfectly fine, yada 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 yada. But some of the stuff that was said was enough to make me say nobody can comment on any of my videos. There we go, that should be cryptic enough. Maybe I'll show that farming technique later. Unfortunately, my farms are 9 by 9 because I like to take advantage of the one block in the middle deal, and pouring water over lily pads will cause issues to occur. Now this dirt siding, while I keep putting it there, it's mainly to get rid of the mottled look with stone and dirt, stone and dirt, stone and dirt, stone and dirt, because it looks pretty ugly. What I will probably do is replace said dirt with sandstone. And not just sandstone. I'll use that chiseled and the fancy sandstones. There we go, fancy sandstones. Do some designs, maybe, stuff like that. I could also come straight down with cobblestone and stone block, but I'm thinking about replacing that cobblestone up there with sandstone as well, so that it's all like one material, but making it more fit with the theme, a sand-based theme because of the deserts around here. Outside of the dirt, the sand in this area is probably one of the more abundant, though finite, resources we have. It's not going to be nearly as abundant as the dirt that is underneath all this grass. Stone, sorry, stone. And eventually, we're going to put together a cobblestone generator so we don't have to dig for our cobblestone anymore. Well, we'll be digging, but we don't have to go down and... somebody's beeping outside, being an idiot, or trying to pick somebody up. I've noticed this day and age in America, horns no longer mean, hey, look out, you're gonna hit something. Pay attention. It means, yo, I'm here to pick you up, dude. And instead of stopping and looking around to see what's going on, people actually look around while they keep driving forward or in the path that they're not taking, and end up crashing into whomever is in front of them or whatever. Yes, I've had that situation happen. Paying attention to somebody in front of them, while cool, became very not cool as they just watched that person drive off, being all wacky, because it was a wacky driver. But one of the issues that happened out of that was she wasn't paying attention to her right. And bink, I got a scratched car. Well, it's a Saturn, so the panel bumped back out, but to get the thing repainted and fixed was going to cost more than what they were willing to pay with their insurance, and like responsible adults, they just completely ignored the fact that there was somebody that they hit. Yeah. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people in this world. Now, my car is still going strong. I need to get some repairs on it due to exhaust system rusting out and all that from all the rain and the salt that was put down on the roads this winter. But other than that, going strong. No issues whatsoever. And I couldn't be happier with my car. I don't know if I do get a new car. I'm not sure exactly what I'll get. We already own a Prius, and that gets really good gas mileage in the city, and it does really well on trips. Unfortunately, the state is probably going to end up taxing people with these special kinds of vehicles, ones that are responsible with the fuel that they have. which causes us to purchase less fuel, but since there's not enough taxes coming in from fuel sales, they tax the alternative fuel cars directly. Yes, even after we have purchased these cars and paid the sales taxes on them, we get another tax called private property tax that gets levied against us, and we have to pay taxes on them yearly still for as long as we own the car. It makes me want to go out and buy a bike and get into extreme shape and bike to work, which is normally a half an hour to 45-minute drive. That would be a pain, let me tell you. In any case, the goal here is to make this place flat, and even with our farms, which if we come over here, we're going to see how close we are. Oh yeah, we're pretty close. We only have like 4 or 5 more layers to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers after we finish this one. Oh, it's getting towards dusk again. So what we're probably going to end up doing is putting some nice buildings down here. One of them being stables, so that I can have a place for my horse to live. I'm going to have to go make another iron pick, or a bunch more stone picks here soon. Oh, Diamond, I should go get you. I should go get you, Diamond. There we go. There we go. We can't do any more of that for right now. And the rest of this is all stone. Let's head on up. We'll make some stone picks and get back to work while there's still light. And let's see, 3. That should work. Yes, Draco actually found a stronghold the second day he was on the server. Maybe even the first. I don't know. He has got the luck of the devil in him. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. We'll go ahead and finish up this line here. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, stone tools really don't last that long. But at least everything involved with them is renewable material. One thing that they really have to fix is, for some ungodly reason, they set up the server to tell when people are sprinting. Why? With all the lag that's going on, why increase that lag? That is highly, irritatingly annoying. But that still leaves a lot of zombies and skeletons and stuff out there. And a spider. Well, let's go take care of it. Ooh, we're armored up. Grab that stringy string, because we can use that. Oh yes, we can use that for an automatic or partially automatic fishing machine. Yep, and you can do it in vanilla Minecraft. It's noisy, 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 but it works. Here, let's go ahead and start on the next level. All right. There we go. Today was a rather fun day. I got to play Magic the Gathering card game in a format called EDH, or Commander. Pretty much you have 100 cards. One of those cards is a legendary creature known as your commander. And based on the mana symbols, or the magical... Ooh, I'm full up. Oh, nice. Let's see here. I want to keep everything, so let's go dump some stuff off. So, the mana symbols that are in the upper right corner of the magic card, either white, red, blue, green, or black, can be used. No, right there. There we go. Can be used to you use it to build your deck. And you have 99 cards plus that one general. And every single card, except for basic lands, has to have a different name. So, if you have Shock Troopers of Urgabrask, for instance, then you can only have ever one Shock Troopers of Urgabrask in your deck. And it gets really, really fun because the different combinations you can do and all that make for a really interesting game, especially when other people are putting their Magic the Gathering deck building skills to test. Got to play a couple of games of that today. Didn't win any, but I was able to test and see just what was wrong with the deck and what was right with the deck. And what's happening is I seem to be running out of a lot of energy to cast my spells. So it looks like I'm going to have to tweak the deck so I can handle my bigger casting cost cards, or get rid of my bigger casting cost cards to be able to utilize my mana more. So, yeah, I don't want to tell you everything about it. It's a white-blue deck that deals mainly with angels and shapeshifters and poison. And I could, if I set it up right, set up a deck that took control of other people's creatures and redirected spells and stuff like that so that they all pointed to my creatures and gave me benefits. But that takes a lot of thinking. And mainly, hey, look at this, I've got creatures, and I want to enhance my creatures. And, oh, look at that, you've got creatures, I want to be able to block those creatures. Those kind of things. I just play it to have fun, mainly. I don't really care about infinite combos that you can do with cards, and force people to draw their entire deck in the span of one turn. I had that happen to me once, and I rage quit the game. Well, I didn't rage quit. I played it to the end, but I was raging because I hate that. Oh, look at this. I'm going to tap this, and then, oh, look at this. This happens, and this happens, and this happens, and now you've got to draw 70,000 cards from your deck. You don't have that many? You lose. That really, really tweaked my nipples, so to speak. Didn't make me a happy camper. So, I know who that is, and I'm going to be tailoring a deck to take that guy down as quickly as is humanly possible. I'm probably going to set up a deck that mills him so that he has absolutely 0 cards in his deck with as fast as possible. That is how irritated I am with that deck. I don't want him to be able to play the game. I want to spoil his fun because he spoiled mine. And that is how it should not be played because it turns people into assholes. Or, as Will Wheaton would say, turns them into dicks, and he doesn't like people being dicks. It is just a game after all. When somebody spoils your game by taking away any and all chances of you to do anything, to enjoy the game, then you're not playing a game anymore. It's like when I was playing on Ultima Online when that first came out way back in the 90s. I was on the private beta and I went public beta, and everything was fine. And I'd go out and do my little I'm chopping down trees so I can build furniture things, so people can make their houses pretty, yada yada. And as soon as it went public beta, you walk outside of a city and griefers would jump on you and kill you before you could do anything. Yep. Talk about joyous fun for all. It quickly became a game that a lot of people just didn't want to play anymore because of a few idiots. And that's one of the things why I hate griefers in games. And one of the reasons why I really don't like pranks. So if I'm sitting here and I'm doing a build and somebody comes in and sets it up so that there's something dangerous or hazardous in the way or screws up a build of mine because they think it's funny, ha ha ha, and they're pranksters, he, I'll ban them. When I do pranks, the pranks I do are offline in a copy of the world so that I don't really affect anybody. And then I will post a video. I did that to my friend Jacqueline. I believe he said I could use his name, but I'm not going to without getting straight confirmation from him. But he had this pig that he named Oedipus, and set him up with a saddle. The pig was a gift from me. I went into creative mode, gave him a spawn egg and a saddle and a fishing rod with a carrot on it. Told him to use it responsibly. Little prank joke gift, and he really enjoyed that pig to the point where he named the thing and built a house for it, and that was cool. And he stopped playing the game for a while, which sort of irritated me because the server was for me and my friends, and I really didn't want to sit there. Get this coal on. Thinking about it. I didn't want to sit there and play on the server all by myself. So I decided it would be fun to get him on the server by pranking him. And my prank was to make a copy of the world and then blow up Oedipus. It is in the playlist if you decide to watch it. And let me say that old server was rather fun. Not quite as fun as some of the Feed the Beast stuff, but fun nonetheless. Ooh, where's the sun? Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, I keep asking where the sun is, and look in my lower right hotbar, you see that I've got a clock. It's one of the first things I make on every server. I'm so used to hitting T to talk. Wow, look at those mobs pop up on that mini-map. Okay. Wow. Look at all that. We've got creepers out there. We've got an Enderman that I'm not going to look at. Dying zombies. And my horsey. I probably don't need to go to such an extreme as sheer cliffs. Oh. But, let me go back over here where I was. But I think it'll look nice once I get this all set up. It'll look kind of impressive, I think. And what I'll probably do is, I'm not too far away. Just leave this here where we have our 9x9, just have it come across here and then step up like normal there. That should be fine. So we'll see. I may edit this and speed through this, but I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to concentrate on chopping this up and just keep talking my fool head off, because I don't have proper video editing software to do that. What you see is what you get. I use Fraps and record it, and then I put it up. That's it. Nothing new, nothing else. Now, a question I have is, are you interested in seeing other games besides Minecraft? I've been thinking about doing Gold Box Edition retro gameplay. Gold Box Edition. What is that? Well, that's the old D&D game. Dungeons and Dragons from the Commodore 64 TU. They also had it for the IBM PC, or the AT at the time. And basically it's an old version of Dungeons and Dragons, way back in the day. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. That's what the key was, right there. And let me say that is probably one of my favorite games of all time. My friend Joe and I don't even remember what his handle was back then. I can't remember. But he and I played that game to death one summer, or actually spring break. And we actually would load up each other's parties and go around and try and find the secret. So we'd played the game and we'd say, oh, there's a secret here, why don't you go there? Oh, here's a secret room here. And then we'd tag team, and one would load up his party and run through, and then the other would load up their party and run through and try different tactics and everything. And through all that, we eventually beat the game without any clue books, without any internet, without anything. Those were the golden days. Not. It was a pretty difficult game to get through if you didn't know what you were doing. Luckily, we were both heavy into role-playing at the time. I believe I played every single Saturday at the time, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday we did gaming. Sometimes we'd go over to a friend's house, stay the weekend, and just game for 3 days straight. And let me tell you, we were tired come Sunday night when we all went home. But those were days that I really miss. I had some really good friends. Some of them went paths that I will never, ever cross. And let's see here. Let's make 1, 2, 3 more. And then we'll get 1, 2, 3 more shovels. put away some of this junk. There we go. There's that. More cobblestone. And get rid of some of this dirt, because we don't need all that dirt. Got another 8. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there. Get some XP and put this stuff in the food bin. But back in the day, we used to do what we called round robin DMing. DM, dungeon mastering, the person who runs the game for everybody else. We're all players and it's all cooperative, even though the dungeon master or DM or game master, GM, if you play games that uses that terminology. It's still cooperative for him, even though he's playing all the monsters and villains and NPCs and all that. You're supposed to be having a good time all around. Now, there's been many an instance where DMs have purposely set out to kill characters off and cause pain and ruination for players, you know. You stay away from those games. You game to have fun. You don't game to screw over people, unless part of the game is to screw over people, like in the game Munchkin. Munchkin is a fun game. You might get people who say it's different because of the way things work. For instance, one of my gaming buddies, I won't classify him as a friend, I'll call him a gaming buddy. He hates Munchkin because people gang up on you. That's part of the game. That's part of the mechanics. But he doesn't like that. And it's fine. Don't like the game because of that. That's no hair off my back. But he refuses to play it, so I never get to play the game. Ever do I get to play Munchkin. Ever. And it ticks me off, because I've got a lot of the sets, and I think it'd be fun to play with all the different sets. But with this group, I can't play it. My other group meets so infrequently, due to scheduling and all that, that I never get a chance to play any games with them, and they would be willing to play Munchkin. The games these guys like are the abstract bidding games and auction games and junk like that. I tried to get them to play Quarriors, and they're not really keen on playing Quarriors either. Quarriors is a dice game that has a really awesome mechanic, a lot like Dominion. You build up a bag of dice, and you can remove dice as you win and stuff like that. It's a pretty interesting thing, so that you can get better dice each time. Every die in the game has some sort of ability to give you more energy to purchase cards. And crap, there's more coal up here. No sense in letting that go to waste. Ooh. And it's getting dark again. My God. Time is flying today. But it's a really fun game. I've actually suggested it to a friend, and he went out and bought the game and loves it to death. And I bring it to game night every Friday night, and every Sunday I've been bringing it to the same place that I game in. And I keep hoping, beyond all hopes, that people will be willing to play that game too. So we'll have to see. Sometimes it's a crapshoot. Today was all about Magic. Next time might be all about Pokemon, you know. And yeah, I play Pokemon. It's a pretty fun little card game. When I play the game, I usually play it to allow the kids who play the game to have an opponent that they can usually easily beat, because I put together a fun little deck that messes with them and causes them to sweat. But when they beat me, they're happy. And that's all it is. I want those kids to have a fun time and to keep playing games. So I made sure that I had a deck that would allow them to have a fun time and allow them to win. I win from time to time. And that, unfortunately, isn't always fun for the kids, but what can you do? You can't win all the time. You can't lose all the time. Well, you can't lose all the time, and you can't win all the time. But in my line of thinking, kids, when they play games, should be able to have as much fun as possible. And that's exactly what I want to give them. Just getting some water. So, when I play Pokemon, it's mainly for kids. It's all about kids. 100% about them. Because they have a good old time, and I want them to have that. With any luck, some of these kids will start playing Magic and enjoying the aspects of that game. It's a much more involved game, I guess you could say. Alright, no mobs, so we'll get back to work. It's a much more involved game, and ooh, Enderman. Where did he teleport to? I don't know. And there's a medium game called Kaijudo, which is pretty much been a redone version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Duel Masters or something like that. It's Duel Masters. And that's like a mix between Magic and Pokemon, which is like an entry-level Magic game. It really introduces people who like to play Pokemon to the Magic the Gathering thing. And I have the base deck. It's pretty fun to play. But I prefer the deeper strategy and stuff you can get from Magic. To be honest, I've been really enjoying playing board games more than role-playing games or card games recently. And I've got quite a collection. About 300 games or so far, 350, something like that. And I wouldn't give them up unless I really had to, or really was desperate for cash. Luckily, that doesn't happen often. There we go. Now we're going to go through the picks. One of my favorite games is Innovation. And the unfortunate thing is, people do not like to read. And because of that, I do not get the opportunity to play that game either. So I get really irritated. Bringing some of these games that I bring every week in the hopes that somebody would play with them. But instead, I get shafted and we end up playing something like Acquire. It's an okay game. I don't know if I'd ever buy it, but it's fun to play from time to time. Recently I've been enjoying Augustus and Trajan, or Trajan, Trajan, or Trajan. I don't know how you pronounce it, so I'm going to go with Trajan. It's a pretty fun game. It's got a Mancala kind of, well, it's got a Mancala aspect to it, where you move pieces around in a Mancala-like circle, and you get all your pieces in places and where they end up at the end instead of winning like you do in Mancala when you get all your entire side clear of marbles. In this, when you land on a space, you get to do an action. Like you get to go to the forums and get buildings, or you go and do a Trajan action, which gives you a special card that you can place on your playboard or something else. Or you go to the Senate and get Senate votes, or you go on a military expedition and take over a province, that kind of thing. And it gives you a bunch of different options, and you've really got to plan your way around that. I think I came in 3rd out of 4 the last game, and that sucked. That sucked. I don't like losing a lot, but you win some, you lose some. That's what it's all about. The main thing is I beat the crap out of everybody playing Acquire. I just kept holding on to tiles that merged hotels. Okay, Acquire is all about stocks and hotel chains, and you're building up hotel chains using chits like on a Scrabble board. And I kept holding on to these chits, these pieces, and forcing everybody to create chains and stocks that I had, and hotel chains that I had stock in. And I ended up like $5,000 ahead of the leader, ahead of the next place, and that was kind of fun. I don't often play super strategy games like that, but it was fun to just sit there and just hold on to my piece and not let anybody know what my plans were, because I kept putting in off-the-wall spaces, pieces here and there, and making weird purchases in stocks. I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going, what my strategy was. And then when it came to it, you're going, oh my god, he had that much stock? I can't believe it. And that's how it all went down. And the 3rd game we played was Warriors, which one of the guys who was all the way in the back, he ended up trouncing everybody with a couple of moves. It was astonishing how he turned the game around. I was surprised. And that was such a fun game. It was close for the 2nd place. No, the 2nd place guy was like 1 point from winning, and he would have won unless we could have stopped the other guy. Unless we could have stopped him. But I didn't even get many points at all. My guys kept getting killed off, and I couldn't go on enough quests, that kind of thing. It sucked. Sucked in as I had a great time playing the game, but unfortunately, that great time meant I didn't win. Nobody likes to be a sore loser. Or a sore winner. But I'll tell you, it was still pretty fun. So let's see here. We need to go here. I'm just going to go ahead and dig this straight out. Make this shear as well. And we will make it to this area here, because that way we have that one block walkway that we can take. Oh man, let me tell you, this voxel doohickey makes me feel like I'm super cheatery, seeing where all the mobs are. Maybe I'll turn the mobs off. I mean, even in Feed the Beast, it feels kind of cheatery. I'm not going to worry about the dirt here. Oh, I just lost that shovel. Right. So let's keep on digging. And it's going to come to the point where I'm going to have to go mining again, because I'm running low on iron, and I have no diamonds yet. I saw that ordinary swine / easy living. I'll just call him easy from now on. He actually found, I think, 9 diamonds just from wandering around caves. That doesn't make me happy, not no least. I'm actually doing branch mining, and I'm not finding anything. Nah, that's all good. I don't really mind. He's far enough away. I let him know where the forests were on the other side of the desert, and he beelined for there. And it's all good, it's all good. It's far enough away. I don't think my mines actually will reach him. What I tend to do is when I'm branch mining is I'll mine in one direction, 2 high, 1 wide, until I run out of a stack of torches. And then I dig 6 more blocks, because the 7th one is going to give you a place where mobs can spawn. And so I just go ahead and either block that up or just dig that 6. But I usually dig all the way to full 7 and that's it. No more shovels. Let's finish this out by hand since there's no stone in front of us. And then I turn around and run back and continue mining down the second part of the branch mine. You know, branch mining, you dig down one way and then you go down 2 from that, because what happens is that it gives you a full view of 2 blocks. There's that. 2 more, 1 and 2. Should I just... yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll go to pick and stop working on the dirt. Oh, and it's getting nighttime again. So what I'm probably going to do is I'll just chop out this right here, head on up, and call it a night, and call it an episode. Go ahead and take a look from the tower, see where we're going. All this, so we'll go right up here and out onto the walkway. Oh yeah, that'll be nice. We're going to plan on getting a stable put down there, maybe a small village for... hey there, Easy.
Hello.
And just letting you know, I'm finishing up an episode. Give me a few minutes.
Cool.
So we're going to put a stable here, and we're going to maybe put in a small village or something like that. Get some villagers. And with any luck, we will have ourselves a nice little place here for some trading and stuff like that. Oh boy. Let's hope everybody jumps into bed, because that's a lot of creepers and spiders and stuff out there. This is the most people I've had on my server in a long, long time.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
you and Draco are online. And I think I'm the only one in a bed. Yeah, let's just leave the bed. Yep. Looks like you got a pretty low connection again. I just took a look at the connection, the ping, and it was just down to like 1 bar.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, my internet does suck.
Yeah. I've got a pretty nice connection, but I'm still lagging horribly on the server. So I think it's a server, and possibly a bit of the new 1.6 server. So,
I just got myself stuck.
stuck.
Yeah, in between the bookshelves.
It's going to suck unless you want to dig down underneath and get out that way.
Man, I just broke the wall.
Or break in the wall. Hey, that works too.
I was very lucky with my LP so far. I already got a level 20 enchantment table and another portal.
Nice. Draco found the end portal. Already.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, time to do my outro. Well, this has been Excalibur, and you've been watching Excalibur's Minecraft. You got to see Draco and hear a bit of easy/ordinary swag. Hope you've enjoyed this episode and what the plans are going to be, and I hope you enjoy playing Minecraft. Okay, this is Excalibur, and I am out.